You can see this right here.
I got that.
You got that? Okay. Just push it and let's ride.
I'm already recording.
Hotep, this is Muti Ajamu-Osagboro, General Muti Ajamu-Osagboro. General is my title, Muti is my name. We here outside of Mother Bethel Church, the historical Mother Bethel, African Methodist Episcopal Church. Most people always lose focus on the African part. Talk about the Methodist Episcopal. That's a whole nother story. The Methodist was something white folks created. Episcopal was something white folks created. But African is us. So we're out here and we just witnessed a press conference. Now, before I comment on what I just witnessed, I want to say this first. First, I support Dr. Movida Harrell. She did an excellent job, and I'm so glad she came because she came prepared and she put it down. And I want to salute that sister. She is truly a soldier. Also, I want to salute Brother Kofi, live out of, excuse me, 1 second. I don't want my bag to fall.
How long you gonna be meeting? We got stuff to do, and I want to do my interview for
Brother
Kofi.
I want to thank him for showing up because he made it, as well as Dr. Movida. She made it well worth me coming. And lastly, I want to thank Senator Sharice Street because he was prepared, legally speaking. Though I took issues with some of the things that he said in regards to what we need to do, but that's an argument for another time. Now, overall, let me tell you what I just witnessed. This was a classic example of a chicken and biscuit, handkerchief head preacher calling our people to something simply to curry favor with the power structure, with white folks. I support Larry Krasner, don't get it twisted, and I'm vehemently against Act 40, because Act 40 represents a raw, unapologetic white supremacy power play from Cambridge County. But let me tell you what they didn't. They was woefully, the press conference, they was woefully unprepared. And it's disrespectful. I came in and for about the first 15 minutes, I was sitting in the sanctum by myself. There was nobody there. A bunch of shepherds and no sheep. A very wise woman told me that if a shepherd don't have no sheep, we have no business for the shepherd. So we was in the sanctum with a bunch of shepherds and we had no sheep. It was empty. The pews were absolute empty. That was a disgrace. Just 3 weeks ago, I was here for the African Asian Alliance in Defense of Chinatown, and this place was filled to the rafters, packed like a sardine can or like in a slave ship. It was packed, but that joint was empty, which tells me they were woefully unprepared, and the people really don't respect them because if you can't pick up the phone and get people to fill the rafters, then something is wrong with your leadership. Never mind the fact that many times I came here and this place was empty on the regular weekdays, but on Sunday they opened to pass the plate, and that's disgraceful in and of itself. But let me tell you what I seen. Let me tell you what they didn't talk about that's going on. The state senator who passed the legislation, the bill, Act 40, this dude is from, they pointed out that it's from Johnstown, but what they didn't tell you is Johnstown is in Cambria County. Now, if you do the history of Cambria County, there are criminal cases, particularly high-profile cases of exoneration. And in these exonerations, they had to move the cases outside of Cambridge County in order to get the exoneree exonerated because of the corruption of the prosecutor, because of the corruption of the district attorney, because of the corruption of the judges, president judges on down, because of the corruption of the defense lawyers who operate as closet prosecutors. These handkerchief-head Negroes at Mother Bethel didn't point that out. They didn't point that out because they are unprepared. They working on some old guard 1908 nonsense that just simply does not work. We're in the sanctum of Richard Allen. I was born and raised in Richard Allen projects. Richard Allen is turning over his grave to see the treachery going on in Mother Bethel Church in terms of this press conference. Another thing they didn't point out, and we need to talk about, the first effort to remove, or the second effort to remove Larry Krasner the charge was by Kerry A. Benninghoff. He used to be the state rep for Center County. What they didn't tell you is that Benninghoff is the same dude that I sent a letter to expose how at Rockview State Prison, the administration, the security administration, was trying to cover up the fact that there was a rape of a staff member. They didn't side with the victim. They sided with themselves to cover up and tried to make the victim look like she was having an affair with the rapist, simply because they wanted to save their jobs. And we reported this to the local news and media, and we reported this to State Representative Kerry A. Benninghoff. He was the same one that led the charge to try to remove Larry Krasner by using this fallacious, before Act 40 came down the line, the other act that Krasner and company appealed, and Pennsylvania Supreme Court or Commonwealth Court said it's illegal, and they struck it down. But Kerry Benninghoff is the same one. They didn't out him. Go do the background on these clowns. These clowns are closeted, hardcore white supremacists. And if these chicken and biscuit eating preachers are afraid to call it like it is, that they hardcore white supremacists, then they don't need to be in so-called leadership positions, because they misleaders. They're not leaders, they're misleaders. And I'm saying to you that so-called press conference, he was scared to take questions. He said, is there any questions for the media? I'm a member of the media. I'm a guerrilla journalist. He didn't even want to let me ask the questions. He tried to constrain what I had to say because I was going to put them on blast, because and show that they were woefully unprepared. Don't be fooled in that camera. Nobody was sitting in the pews. They were talking to an empty space. Nobody was there. Nobody. That is disgraceful. And so I'm saying to you, we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep exposing these frauds, these woeful. Oh my goodness. It's pathetic. You're going to hear the full detail on my live broadcast, so tune in. Hotep, John, life is real.